Today I'm going to share with you a website that will prove to be invaluable for students needing to memorize content. StudyStacks allows the user to enter data to be memorized one time and then automatically creates flashcards and several other tools, games, quizzes, and tests that students may use to help commit the information to memory. There are 3 versions available for StudyStack. The free version is supported by ads, while the Pro and Pro Teacher versions omit the use of ads and cost $10 per year and $20 per year, respectively. You have the option of using stacks created by others if you choose. This website houses a gallery of literally thousands of user-generated stacks that are available for public use. To get an idea of just what is available, let's open the History tab. Here you will see some are organized into folders, while others are listed by description only. As I scroll down, you can see that there are over 11 pages of stacks from which to choose. Many of these are great resources. However, care must be taken to ensure the information included in them is accurate and pertinent to your goals. StudyStack does not monitor or check content, and I find that it may be easier to create my own content than sift through what is available in the gallery. Let's go ahead and log in now. This brings us to my dashboard where I can access anything I've created, anything I am currently working on, or I can start a new set of flashcards as well. As you can see, I have already started a few study stacks, one of which we will look at in a moment. To start a new study stack or set of flashcards, simply click on Create New Stack. This brings me to a form where we can set the parameters for a new project. Here I can enter a title, a brief description of what the flashcards will be about, and I can choose how I want to categorize my information. I can do it by question and answer, terms and definitions, or I can set my own custom headings. I have a few other choices to make as well. I've decided I am going to allow StudyStack to generate random fill-in-the-blank clues for activities. I am not going to allow others to edit my set. I am, however, going to allow others to view this set. Since I'm going to do that, I want to make it easy for them to find it, so I'm going to assign a category. We are going to choose Library Media. Now I'm going to save my changes. At this point, we're back at my dashboard, and I'm going to continue working on a set I've already started. Clicking on Edit opens the set for me to work on. You will see I have already entered a name and a brief description. My labels for my data are custom because I've chosen to have more than one category for each. I do want to generate random fill-in-the-blank clues for activities. I do not want to allow others to edit the set, and I do want to allow others to view the set. I want to go ahead and choose the same category we did before, Library Media, and I'm going to save my changes. Let me show you now where to enter your data. As you can see, I have already entered some of my information. I want to add one more item to my list. We also have a section for magazines in our library. So let's enter magazines in our terms. And then we have to add a definition. and we find our magazines in the magazine section. Now I'm going to save my changes. I've saved my changes, so now I need to click here to start studying them. All of my information is now entered. That was easy. Now let me show you what my students will be able to do with it. You must supply students with a way to access your study stacks. You can provide them with a link and share it via email, Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, Gmail, Google, or your other option would be to embed code in your class web page or on your library media website. They can access it that way. Okay, now let's have some fun and see what we can do. Once all of your information has been put together, it automatically defaults to the flashcard setting. As you can see, it looks just like a flashcard. We have some interesting things that we can do here on the page. If we click on the speak function, the computer will actually read to you what the cards say. You can change your mind down here if you make a mistake. You can restart, or you can shuffle and start all over again. There's a timer feature, and there is a pause button in case you need to take a break. So let's go ahead and see what the flashcards look like. The first one to come up was nonfiction. So we can flip the card and see what it says. For nonfiction, the information is factual. Call label contains the Dewey number and the first 3 letters of the author's last name. I've supplied an example of what that looks like. We find it in the nonfiction section of the library. Now this information, I feel pretty confident that I know it, so I'm going to put that up here in the no section. Fiction. Information is made up from the author's imagination. The call label begins with FIC, followed by the first 3 letters of the author's last name. Once again, I've provided an example. I'm going to say, I'm not real sure where to find that in the library, so I'm going to say I don't know. Biography contains factual information written about a specific person. The call label begins with a 92, followed by the first 3 letters of the subject's last name. An example would be 92 KEL. That would be found in the biography section. I'm going to say I know where that was. For the sake of time, I'm just going to go ahead and put these in so we can look at some additional features. So I have completed all of my flashcards. I knew 86%, and it took me 2.29 minutes to figure it all out. At this point, I can restart, I can shuffle, I can pause, or I can move on. The next feature I would like to show you is the matching game. The screen is populated with terms and definitions, and the student must match them correctly to reveal the photo beneath. So let's give it a try. Nonfiction. Information is factual. A call label contains the Dewey number and the first 3 letters of the author's last name. I made a correct match. Let's try biography. Contains factual information. Let's see. Factual information written about a specific person. There we go. Let's just see what it looks like if we make an incorrect choice. Let's try everybody books. I'm going to say it contains factual information written about oneself. Okay, both were highlighted in red, so that tells me that that was an incorrect choice. So let's try again. Everybody books are short books with many illustrations and a short amount of text. Magazines, publication that comes out frequently. I'm just going to do this quickly now so that you can see what it looks like when you complete the puzzle. Another student favorite is Hangman. Study Stack will generate a hint in order for the student to begin to play the game. So let's click on Show Hint. Contains factual information written about oneself. Call label blank with 92 and is followed by the first 3 letters of the author's or subject's last name. Okay, so we need to come up with the definition. So let's start choosing our letters. I made an incorrect choice, so the hangman has started. So let's try. All right. So the word is begins. This comes from my definition. And then I have the option of playing again. We are rapidly running out of time, and unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to go over with you all the rest of the tools that you can use on this website. Some other favorites are the quiz, the test, and the unscramble game. I like this particular tool because it performs a function and is not just used for the sake of using technology. This website offers a time-saving function for the teacher and an engaging way for students to memorize material. I hope you have enjoyed this tutorial and will give Study Stacks a try.